So guys, this video is my review for Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba season 2 episode 9. And with that guys, let's dive right into this video. Sorry for stammering. I'm just like amped up because this episode was just so great. I watched it at work, and I had to knock that out just because once I got home I wanted to do this review video. So yeah, it went down. Like, that titled episode was called "Defeating an Upper Rank Demon." It made you wonder, as far as you know, were we specifically talking about Gyutaro? Were we specifically talking about Daki? I know it left off on the cliffhanger last week. Definitely did the same for basically this week. Just because a lot of stuff is happening. A lot of stuff happened in this episode via the past, definitely the present, and what we're getting ready to walk into in episode 10 next Sunday, guys. It's really about to pick up. Now, the thing that I definitely want to say, though, is that I loved a lot of stuff about this episode. And, of course, the picnic at the beginning with Uzui and his three wives, with Makio, Suma, and Hinatsuru, his conversation with them, them just having a regular old, just out and about, uh, uh, picnic with each other, just chilling with each other, conversing with each other, and just enjoying each other's time. But I definitely like the fact that, um, you know, Makio and Suma, they got jealous of Hinatsuru because some of the trees that they were sitting by, the petals came down and it landed on top of Hinatsuru's head, and he basically he took it off, and it was like basically supposed to be like a romantic thing. And the thing about it is that the other girls, the other wives, they got jealous. They wanted them to do the same thing, even to the point that I believe it was Maki, the one who put someone on her head to make it seem like she told him to, that she I need you to do the same for me. Why can't you do that for me? So with that happening, I felt that it was just very, very interesting. But I definitely want to say that what we did get in this episode between these four, we did get this conversation where in the manga they talked about this. I talked about this in my preview video yesterday. That Hinatsuru was basically talking about how she literally says it like, whenever we defeat this upper rank demon, let's basically retire. I mean, in the manga they called it retire. Here in the anime, she basically was just saying, like, let's just walk away. So either way, we still got that conversation. But the reason why we got that conversation was because of the fact that Gyutaro grabbed her here in the episode, grabbed her by the mouth and the face and the jaw. He was squeezing real hard, and we see that Tanjiro was trying to help, and he didn't. He was still out of it. He tried to use his sun breathing technique. It was still having a major effect on his lungs and stuff. So his breathing was off. But also with that, we still also too got the just the fight itself between Gyutaro and Tanjiro and Uzui here, Tengen here, with them continuously trying their best to basically kill Gyutaro. So it was like they kept trying, but they were really ineffective because Gyutaro, like I talked about in another video, he's in a sense he has a tactical mind. Things were slowing down around him. He's able to actually respond in such a way with such quickness that he couldn't be fully hurt by anybody's attacks because he was just so fast. But with that, we do see that Tanjiro uses, like I talked about this again in my preview, we do see that Tanjiro uses the dual attack of using his water breathing and sun breathing at the same time. That really heightened his skills. Not that berserk ability that I've been talking about over the past few videos with Tanjiro, where he doesn't have control over it. He was actually able to use this technique, this combining technique that he decided to use, and he talked about how he believed that this type of technique came from his training with Yuriko Daki back in season 1. Plus him reminding him about the other demon slayers ahead of him. Just a humbling experience, I want to say, for both of us, me the viewer and him. just to be able to be thankful for the type of training that he's received. But also, with all of that occurring, what we also see is Daki, Zenitsu, and Inosuke fighting at the top. And guys, I want to say like yeah, Tanjiro and Tengen were doing their thing, but I definitely want to, and I'll be doing another video about this, but I definitely want to say, guys, Zenitsu and Inosuke, they did their freaking thing today in their fight against Daki. Like, it was just super dope. Like, I love that Zenitsu was just like trying to mentally get Inosuke in the right mindset, telling him like, look, we need to calm down. Like Zenitsu was just focused, guys. Like I want to, because if he didn't say what he had to say to Inosuke, Inosuke would have just been going off on the rails. Even in the midst of that, Inosuke was noticing things about the fight, but he needed Zenitsu to really help him focus on what the goal is, that they needed to combine their attacks, like I talked about in the preview video yesterday. This is what we got here in this episode. There's something that we didn't get throughout the past few episodes that I'm gonna do a video about probably tomorrow or the next day, talking specifically about Daki and Gyutaro. I feel like they've skipped over something. They've hinted at something. Maybe we'll get it in episode 10 next week, but I kind of want to touch on it a little bit in an episode to come. But I was looking for it here in episode 9. We didn't get that. So yeah, but that fight with Daki, Inosuke, and Zenitsu was just like, I felt like it was just the best part of the episode, because of how they really tag teamed fighting Daki, along with the help, of course, with the help of Tanjiro here. But all in all, the episode was just really just beautiful. It was great. It was dope. The past like 3-4 weeks has just been really great. But of course, the ending, of course, with what happens, with Tengen, him, because Tanjiro and Tengen, they were really trying their best to fight Gyutaro, but it just really wasn't working, right? But we do see that Tengen had basically lost in his one-on-one fight. Part of his hand was, arm was chopped off. He was laid out, and then of course, like I said, once we see that Inosuke chops off the head of Daki, he's running away with the head. He's saying he's gonna do his thing to get it away from her body, and that's when we see Gyutaro stabbing him from the back through his chest. So yeah, that sucks to see. But again, per the manga, that's what happens in the manga. And of course, we're all worried about, does Inosuke survive this attack? Is he going to survive this attack? That's the what we're really focused on towards the end of this. And of course, Tanjiro's falling back and he's saying sorry to everybody, sorry to Nezuko, all of that, for he feeling like him failing towards the end of this episode. So 10 out of 10 for me, guys. Episode 9 was just great, just dope. Be on the lookout for videos from me throughout the week on specific things and scenes and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going to be touching on some stuff about Daki and Gyutaro, something specific that I feel like they skipped over. I feel like it was still something that they could still touch on. Maybe we get it in episode 10. Maybe we get it in episode 11. But I feel like I want to touch on it now because I've been waiting to talk about it. But with that, leave some comments in the comment section below, guys. What did y'all think of episode 9 of season 2 today? What was your initial reactions and stuff? Let's talk about some things that I will hopefully talk to y'all next time with more Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba season 2 videos to come. Peace, guys.